The ability to cash flow maximize your business, your idea, your brand is a very subjective issue. At Venture Capital Inc., Global Branding and Marketing, we have studied this subject matter and we have been very deep in this subject matter analytics. Every organization, every firm, every business that we have encountered that is serious about doing business, one of the primary concerns that stand out is what steps can be taken to enhance human performance. And this is what I want to say. Any genuine effort to optimize human performance, to help humans to tap into their superhuman, is not only dependent on the traditional academic programs and the exposure that the candidates get to the academic platform. And I'm saying this because when you're looking for enhanced performance, enhanced productivity, enhanced profit across the dynamics of that organization, a number of issues must also be looked at. Now, let me say this to you. From the research we have been doing over the last 15 years, it clearly shows that making the individual knowledgeable about communication, about economics, about finance, about public relations, about marketing and branding, about international business, these are all essentials. But this is literally only getting one foot in the game of labor market optimization. The other foot has everything to do with the level of your awareness of human biological needs and human sociological needs and human physiological needs, human psychological needs and human spiritual needs. Failing to pay very close attention to this is perhaps one of the main reasons why the global workforce has not yet found a very sustainable approach to human resource self-actualization. At Venture Capital Inc., at Global Branding and Marketing, we have done the research and we have developed a thesis. And today we want to bring to you groundbreaking information that can literally shift the traditional approach to HR development. This is exactly one of the reasons why today we are speaking so boldly about the need for a new corporate culture. And that corporate culture, we call it blanket workplace self-actualization, for the simple reason that our key focus is this. Yes, we want to enhance human performance. Yes, we want to increase productivity. Yes, we want to help businesses to cash flow maximize. But in this process, we want to be very humane in how we go about doing this. So in this regard, we have developed a very unique interest in looking at the dynamic needs of the human resource. And failing to look at this is shooting yourself in the legs. Let me tell you why. Optimum human performance is based on human biology. Let me talk about this. In terms of the food that you're eating, the food influence something that we call the serotonin. Your rest influences both melatonin and serotonin, but let me go a little bit deeper into this. Today, the fertile ground should be giving you about 420 different types of essential minerals, and those minerals are essential to the body. And when the body are deprived of those minerals, it literally influences how people function in every area of their lives. So this is what happens, and here is where you have to pay very close attention to what Grandma used to say. And Grandma used to say, you're what you eat. Today you eat anything and you're not fully aware of the impact of what you're eating and what it is having on your biology, your physiology, your psychology, your sociology, your spirituality. You have close to zero awareness of the impact that food is having on your total makeup. Now, the growth itself, because of man's desire to mass produce, man's desire to fast track their crop cycle, man's desire to cash flow maximize, they put what you call heavy fertilization into the earth. And many of those fertilization carry toxic substance. So those toxic substance literally depletes the mineral in the earth. So instead of the food and the vegetation and the agriculture observing these minerals, they instead observe what you call the toxic substance. So instead of the body extracting the mineral from the vegetation and from the fruits, the body extracts these toxic substance. Now what these toxic substance does, it creates chemical imbalance in the body. Yes, chemical imbalance is not only caused by the alcohol that you're drinking. The chemical imbalance can also come from the food that you're eating. And when you're unaware of this, as an HR manager, you're doing your organization and you're doing your human research a major disjustice. So these chemical imbalances that hundreds and thousands and millions of people are going through, completely unaware of what is happening, it is significantly down-regulating their performance and is significantly affecting the productivity of your organization. So it's important for you to have this awareness. And I'm happy to say that at Venture Capital Inc. and Global Branding and Marketing, we have really done that deep dive. We have really done the research. We have developed a thesis that speaks again very boldly to this subject matter because time is long overdue. Very often we hear the subject that academics is not necessarily translating into the high performers, and there's a reason for that. And the reason is that academics is only hopping on one foot. We need the other foot to be able to complete that walk. And the other foot addresses or looks at all the other issues I just spoke to that. Now, hear me out here. A lot of what I've just said has been out there for close to 100 years, but most people have decided to turn a blind eye on this. The father of humanistic psychologist Abraham Maslow, in his thesis, The Hierarchy of Human Needs, introduced the world to a concept that at the most basic level talks about human basic needs. Of course, it may not have been this graphic the way that I'm bringing it to you, but when you do that deep dive and you apply your independent analytics, you apply your independent research, you come up with your independent thesis and hypothesis to what was said close to 100 years ago. These things are smacking you right in the face. We have seen tremendous strength in that thesis. We have found some gaps in that thesis. And we are happy to say we are filling those gaps. And we are really committed to that process of bringing you a unique program that speaks to a new corporate culture that can play a significant role in reducing absenteeism, reducing staff turnover, enhancing workforce satisfaction, enhancing workforce performance, increasing productivity, putting the company now in that strategic position of strength to offer greater benefits to all within the workforce. I want to encourage you to reach out to us at Venture Capital Inc. in Global Branding and Marketing. We have done that work to really help you to fast track in the growth of your organization. And it is also very important for me to say to you as an entrepreneur, the ability to cash flow maximize your organization depends on your human resource. I'm happy to say again at Venture Capital Inc. Global Branding and Marketing, we are committed to that process of helping you to nurture the global thinkers, the social actors, and the transformational leaders. We're committed to that process of helping you to nurture the game changers, the dream makers, and the trend setters. We have done that deep dive, and we believe that we are in one of the most strategic position in providing you with a quality content of information that will literally change the entire landscape of how you interface with your human resource and how you empower your human resource, and by extension empower your brand, your products, your idea to have a global vision and to position it and see you on the other side. Again, my name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the multiple best-selling author for several books, including Billionaire Codes and Manager's Toolkit. So reach out to us and see you on the other side.